Hey friends, on this episode, I'm about to take Anthony for a ride. You know what I mean, a ride? I mean, he's going to take me for a ride. Teenagers don't listen. So the idea of driving, the idea of letting your child be in charge of you and you're in that car scares me. I'll show you how I'm gonna journey with Anthony. So let's check it out, how he's gonna do while he's in charge of the car. I might poop in my pants, but boy, I gotta try it. So when I came to the United States, I learned how to drive in California. In California, they are aggressive drivers. They cut corners, they cut you, they never even blink. They just go. So think about this, African learning how to drive. I mean, in Africa, in Uganda, most traffic rules are more of a suggestion. So the idea that my son is gonna drive, seriously, I am just not ready. But at the same time, I know to be a fulfilled, functional adult in the United States, driving is one of them. It's actually a privilege, but also that truly helps you survive. But I'm afraid what's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna be really scared. Should we go on a highway? Maybe not. Should we maybe just drive in a neighborhood? He might take off everyone's mailbox. I'm thinking. But I'm gonna try, so let's give this a shot. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Guess what we're driving?
What?
We're driving the family car. Why? Don't panic.
The family car.
Yes, the family car. Let's go.
Damn, that's a behemoth of a car.
I know, but what do you say? Behemoth of a car.
Behemoth, monstrous.
That's like my
big.
favorite car. Can you give me the rundown what you're supposed to do before you drive?
First you're supposed to put your seatbelt on.
Yes.
And then you want to make sure that everyone else in the car has their seatbelt on. And then you put your foot on the brake and then you press start.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You ready?
adjust my mirror.
So
Everybody ready?
I'm ready. Always make sure that you look
Yeah,
every
I'm ready.
angle.
There's people there, so be
Okay.
careful with that. There's a car there. Alright.
Are you sure you're turning the right way?
That's why I put it.
Okay, here we come. So how does it feel like?
I hate driving like this.
But this is...
I know that it's the best way, but it is uncomfortable.
See, that's called hard braking. You're supposed to gently tap on the brakes before you get to the stop sign and then go.
I know.
Okay, it's going. It's so nerve-wracking teaching someone to drive. I am nervous. I want to poop. I want to pee. I'm feeling all those feelings right now. Slow down because we're in the corner.
Brake!
Because if you don't slow down in the corner, you are going to...
You're gonna tip over and turn.
Yeah, you get
next lane.
in the next lane. So when it's... So like this one is one lane and it's corner, you go slow.
That's what I'm doing.
You're doing good job. How does it feel?
Feels heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy because it's a big car.
I don't like
Good job though. Okay. Now, let's go through.
Have your seatbelt on?
Yep. You always have to make sure everyone has a seatbelt. Okay, so now let's go through the drive-through. So now watch out. So there are two choices you have. Either knock the thing off or you drive through properly. Okay, watch out. There's a car in front of you. Yeah, thank you.
I'm stopping.
Wait until you get children. You're gonna, I don't know what to say. It is scary to teach someone else to drive. But for driving this whole big thing, I think you're doing good. So what did you think about driving the semi-truck?
This thing is huge and heavy.
So what do you think about this one? You think it'll be the same?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's try this. All right, so what's the difference
This
feeling?
one turns much easier. The steering wheel doesn't have as much resistance.
How many seconds do you have to stop on a stop sign? 3, yes. Meaning 1, you look on the left. 2, you look in front. 3, you look on the left, right, and then you go.
Left, front, right.
Hey, Isabella. Yay.
Okay, so what did you think of the cars that you've gotten a chance to drive so far?
Let's see, so far, out of the 2 behemoth vehicles, they're both really nice, but they're not really my sense of style. They're too big and too heavy for me to drive. The first one, it was nice. There's more resistance on the steering wheel and the gas pedal. I have more experience driving that one though, so it wasn't as hard. But the second one, that's his personal vehicle, that one, it's heavy as well, but there's not as much resistance from the steering wheel, which is kind of nice. But overall, they're both really heavy, but they're still pretty decent vehicles. I'd prefer more of like a smaller vehicle than a big vehicle like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. What did you think of your dad being the backseat driver?
He's an excellent backseat driver. I'll give him that. But he's always on top of like what to do and when to do it, how to do it. So sometimes it can be just a little bit stressful, but I've learned to adjust to it. Whenever I first learned how to drive, I was pretty nervous because it was like, to me, it was this big old complicated thing. But now I'm more comfortable driving and it's not as hard and I find it pretty relaxing.
I'm here waiting for Anthony so I can give him a chance to drive. But it might take him a month to get to me.
1 eternity later.
So I can tell you, driving with a teenager, it's literally like your gut's about to come out through the other end. And your heart is about to come out through your mouth. There he comes. He's always the last one. Why are you always the last one? Let's go.
I'm not even the last one. And also,
Look, the parking lot is
I was
empty.
all the way over there. I wasn't near the front door.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. So I have a surprise for you. What's the surprise?
Is it the Tesla? Is it mine?
This is not yours, but you've been driving every car there is to be. So we thought you could try something really cool. All right, Drew, just give him the rundown.
Sure. Well, I think it's probably easiest if we just go in.
Yes, exactly. You sit and tell him what to do. How do you open the door? It's not opening though.
You gotta press down here. Okay, so you press down there. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is so far back. He has really long legs. Oh, that's nice. This is...
The Tesla actually has a braking where it will actually
Stop sign.
it'll somewhat auto brake for you.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Do you know the different stop signs, Anthony?
What do you mean, different stop signs?
Well,
I know that
all
there's-
stop.
Stop always where all 4 sections stop.
Yes.
And then there's regular stop signs where one section doesn't have to stop.
Yeah, so you gotta pay attention to that. You for giving us a ride. What do you think? You like it?
It was really nice. The automatic like brake assist took a little bit to get used to.
You did good. I've done this with my mom and my sister. I've never driven an electric car, and they were definitely a little bit freaked out. And being like, oh, like, why is it breaking for me? So. Yes.
Right. Well, he's been practicing, so yeah, that's kind of cool. Anthony drove a Tesla today. Do you know what a Tesla is?
It's like a very nice car.
It's like electric car that doesn't use gas. Do you prefer an electric car or do you prefer a real car?
The electric car is nice, but I like my truck better. It's too techy.
Yeah, but everything you learn how to
I know,
use.
but the truck, it's like, yes, it has tech, but it's
And
too
move.
simple. I just like the truck better. I don't know.
So when I learned driving, pyro parking was the hardest part. So I don't know. It was hard just to be able to maneuver and the fear that you're gonna knock or hit someone's car. So today I'm gonna teach Anthony how to pyro parking. So let's see how it goes. That's it. So, as a parent, teaching your teen to drive, literally, I felt like my heart and my guts were like about to come through my mouth. I mean, you know, these kids, you teaching them, they think it's a video game or they think it's really easy. Oh boy, as a parent, it's the most panicking, the most difficult thing to do. I love my kid, but I prefer never to teach them. I mean, well, I'm the only one, you know? It costs so much. So I paid for the first, you know, whatever hours they teach to do that driver's ed, he did that. So now it's me to really help him practice and crank out the hours. So him driving was like, yes, it was really, at some point I was like, I'm gonna die. But, you know, he really did well. You know, he needs to learn how to look left, right. I'm sure when I need to go back to how I felt when I was learning so I can really have empathy towards him learning how to drive, you know, and not give me the attitude. Yes, teenagers' attitude. But it's been wonderful watching him learn how to drive, and it's been fun. But I can tell you, most time I was like, I might die. But I survived. So you can survive as well. But to see the joy, and he was panicking as well and stressful. So I need to calm myself and calm my nerves and calm my fears so he can drive without feeling like this parent is about to drive me nuts. That's what I did. So it was fun to watch him drive, and it was absolutely wonderful. No, not for me. I couldn't wait to get home so I can just go to my bathroom. I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? But it was fun, really fun. Yep.